Bienvenidos a Zona Kite, el primer programa de TV dedicado al universo del kitesurf. En Kite, en primera persona, les presentamos a Pat Goodman, diseñador de North Kiteboarding. En Kite Calendar, nos vamos al Superfoil Brasil 2020 para ser testigos de la primera competencia de wingfoil en la historia. En Kite School, aprendemos cómo hacer una transición con salto con la Duotone Kiteboarding Academy. En el clip del día, te mostramos los videos más impactantes del mundo del kitesurf. Llegó la hora de entrar en la zona donde volar es posible. Esto es Zona Kite. Hoy en Kite en primera persona, conocemos a Pat Goodman. El responsable del diseño de kites de North Kiteboarding nos explica todo lo que se necesita saber sobre el diseño y proceso de creación de los productos.
My name is Pat Goodman. I'm the chief kite designer from North Kiteboarding. Being a designer in general is someone who is always seeking for the next level of improvement. My personal drive is just my passion to make things better. It's really the hardest thing, I think, as a designer with this kind of passion is to know when to say, okay, I have to stop here. We've got where we need to be. We can save some of this for next season, you know. But it's hard for me to do that because I always want to keep going. Kiteboarding design is a combination of craftsmanship and technology. Of course, you need to have a clear understanding of aerodynamics and you have to have a clear goal of what you're trying to accomplish with the kite design. But it's really almost a form of dressmaking because since it's made from flexible materials, under inflation pressures, the kite changes so much. It changes in size, it changes in shape. And so the real technical side, or the craftsman side, let's say, is really getting the kite in the sky to be exactly of the kite that you designed in the computer. And this is what takes years of experience in working with these flexible wings. My motivation to come to Taiwan was kind of by accident. I was working in China on kites and was looking for some place nearby to do some testing because China doesn't really have a whole lot of wind. So I hopped on a plane, came over here with a group of people and some kites, and it was nuking the whole time we were here. It was really difficult to do anything. It was actually, the smallest kite we brought was maybe a 9 meter, I believe, and it was blowing 30 plus knots the whole time we were here. So my first impression was like, okay, that's not really going to help anything because it's windy. But we gave it another try a few months later, and this time we brought everything as far as kite size from 4 meter up to 14 meter. And actually over the course of a week, we were able to get good conditions for every kite that we brought with us. The wind seems to ramp up for 4 or 5 days, and then it kind of plateaus, and then it drops off, and you get a few days of light wind. Especially now with foiling, there's almost no such thing as a no-wind day here. With North Kiteboarding being a part of the North family, it opens up all sorts of doors for opportunity. As far as materials and technologies and construction and computer analysis, there's so many things at our fingertips that it's just an amazing opportunity. Visiting the North factory in Sri Lanka and going in and looking through the records of all the materials that they've made over the years, just looking through books of all these different things that they've done, it's like an encyclopedia for sail materials or wing materials or what. It's just amazing. There's just books and books and books and books of this stuff that you can go through, and they've tried and developed so many cool things, and they're able to cater the twist and the flex and the elongation in every direction and design materials for us that are unique to every specific task that we're chasing. Looking back at the first year with North Kiteboarding, I think there was a few milestones that really stand out. Of course, King of the Air is probably the biggest success story in my career anyway. But so we've had 2 entries in King of the Air, 2 years going now. In the first year, we also had a good result. Jesse got 2nd place in the first year, and Nick actually got really far up the ladder and into the semifinals. So it was already in our first year, it was just amazing. But then the second time around, with Mark Jacobs there as well, and Nick and Jesse, and everybody ended up on the podium and or winning a prize for either the best, the highest jump, the highest scoring trick, and then obviously 2 guys on the podium. So this was definitely the milestone. But there's been lots of other things going on with all these crazy stunts that Nick is doing with jumping off of cranes and jumping off of buildings, and it's just nonstop. It's just been a year of exciting and rewarding things for me. The transition over to North kiteboarding for me was a big milestone in my career. So what's really unique for me was that I was able to come into this with a totally clean slate. We had a design direction where what products we needed to develop, but I could take everything that I've learned over the past 20 years of kite design and basically start anywhere that I wanted to. I had the freedom to do whatever I wanted. So it was really kind of a fantastic creative moment for me. It was a real big boost in my morale and my motivation level, and there was so many things I wanted to try, and so this was the foundation to get in there, try some new technologies, have the choice of using any materials that I want, which has never been a freedom for me in the past. So this was it's just a dream come true.
El primer evento de Wingfoil tuvo lugar en Fortaleza, Brasil. Veamos los highlights del Global Wing Sports Association Superfoil Brasil 2020, en donde Tituán Galea ganó el primer título del GWA Wingfoil Surf Freestyle.
So day 1 of the Superfoil 2020 here in Brazil, Fortaleza, the beautiful location of Praia de Iracema. Action on the water. The wingfoilers for the first time testing out. It was the qualifiers. We had Vas Muller taking the win of the qualifiers, getting that top seed. We've seen jumps, we've seen freestyle, carving, energy, just mixing it up. This is what we want to see where this sport is so new. Every day is different and action is guaranteed. Make sure you check out all of our channels, the Instagram, the Facebook, the YouTube. Check the action and we will be coming at you very soon. We started off with the main event of the competition here at the Superfoil 2020 with the wingfoilers on the water. Really cool to see all the different aspects of the sport and where the riders are pushing it. We made it all the way through to round number 3, and now the next time we get on the water, the action is going to be amazing. Also today we had the first ever heat of the female riders here of the wing foilers. Really cool to see the girls out on the water pushing it. We saw them surfing, getting involved in the competition, and really look forward to seeing more female riders come into future events. Full day of wing foiling on the water. We went all the way from round number 3 to the finals. Coming off as the champion, we had Tituan Galea with his flow, stylish, chilled back, relaxed surfing style. And in second position, Baus Müller. Both of these guys showed what this sport can do. We have Baus with the freestyle, the chilling, the riding, and then we have Tituan with all that flow. It is amazing to see how far this sport is progressing, and I can't wait to see how far we go in future events.
We had great condition during the week. We got some small waves here in front and a good wind, sometimes up and down, but we managed to make it. And yeah, it was a really nice week. I can't wait to participate to other event next year.
Final day of competition here at the Superfoil 2020 in Fortaleza, Playa de Iracema. Today we had the Super Session best trick of the wing foiling. They had to take their best freestyle maneuver and their best wave to be able to go through, and coming out on top with the win, we had Tituan Galea. Also, we experimented with a little bit of surf racing, where the guys went round buoys, had to let go of the wing pump, mix up the formats to show the versatility that this wing foiling sport has.
Hello everyone, I'm Tituan Galea, I'm from New Caledonia. I'm really stoked to have participated and win the first GW event here in Fortaleza for the Superfoil Brazil. We had great conditions during the week, wind every day, sunny, some little waves on the shore, and yeah, they make a really cool format. You also have to perform in freestyle and into the wave, so it gives an opportunity to everyone to kind of win almost. Like we had Baus Müller, who is really strong into the freestyle discipline, and maybe myself or Mizo, who was better into the wave. And but yeah, it was a mix of both, and yeah, really cool format. So thanks to the organization. It was a nice event here.
What an event it has been here in Fortaleza. We would like from the GWA to thank all of the athletes. It's very hard with all the travel restrictions, and to make it to this event, to make this happen, it is so nice to have the family together one more time. And a big shout out to all the local organizers, all the volunteers, and everybody that has made the Superfoil 2020 in Brazil on the map.
Una transición con salto es una manera genial y conveniente para cambiar la dirección en la que estás navegando. El movimiento del kite es similar al de una transición normal, solo un poco más rápida y agresiva. Navega con un poco más de velocidad que en una transición normal. Volá el kite a las 12 y avanza en dirección a Puedes para generar tensión en las líneas. Para tener el timing perfecto, deja ir un poco la barra mientras haces un borde con la tabla en dirección a Puedes. Cuando el kite haya alcanzado su punto más alto a las 12, tira de la barra hacia abajo y haz un pop con la tabla fuera del agua. Después de despegar, orienta tu cabeza hacia la nueva dirección de navegación, seguido de tus hombros y piernas, mientras mantienes el kite cerca de las 12. Cuando comiences a descender, dirige el kite hacia abajo con fuerza. Para prepararte para el aterrizaje, dirige el kite aún más hacia abajo para recibir un tirón extra cuando hayas aterrizado sobre el agua. Los tiempos son la clave para el éxito, así que trata de concentrarte en hacer que cada etapa fluya, uniendo una subida lenta del kite con una bajada más potente cuando estés descendiendo. Trata de mantener tu kite cerca de las 12 durante todo el movimiento hacia arriba. Cuando comiences a descender, vuela tu kite hacia abajo, hacia tu nueva dirección para salir con velocidad. Vuela el kite lentamente hacia su punto más alto mientras avanzas en dirección a Puedes. Mantén tu kite cerca de las 12 durante el movimiento hacia arriba. Mira hacia la nueva dirección. Cuando comiences a descender, dirige el kite hacia abajo con fuerza. Disfruta de tu aventura con Duotone Kiteboarding Academy. Cuando la pandemia azotó el mundo en febrero de 2020, la gente buscaba libertad y formas de escapar mientras estaba encerrada. Ese mismo año, esta disciplina estaba creciendo y el equipo de F1 se dedicó por completo durante meses al desarrollo de la vela perfecta. El wingfoiling nunca será igual. Zona Kite es tu zona. Vos también sos protagonista de nuestro programa. Suscríbete a nuestro canal de YouTube y entérate de todo lo que pasa en el mundo del kitesurf. Los esperamos en la próxima edición de Zona Kite.